Rise and shine. It's another beautiful morning in the city of Abuja. So, this is Good Morning Abuja, the show coming to you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. My name is Neka Igwe. I hope you had a wonderful night rest and your week has been awesome. Well, today is World Malaria Day. What more can I say? It has a theme which goes malaria ends with us. There is a need to refocus, re energize, reimagine, reinvest, and of course, reignite. What are we doing at our own individual levels to end the scourge of malaria? Is a whole lot from government policy to global action and even your own little quota in your corner. All hands to be on deck to end the scourge of malaria. So dare I say, happy World Malaria Day. Yes, we can end it. For now, we will start the show with our motivational talk. Coach Joy Udoku is standing by with a very wonderful and fascinating one titled, Your Story is Your Greatest Message. Take a look.
They say, your story is your greatest message. Everything you've been through up until now happened for a reason. Your life's experiences are meant to grow you into the best version of yourself and light up someone else's path. The question is, do you see your experiences as setbacks or as springboards to the next level? Your stories are not yours to keep. They're yours to give to someone who needs them to answer his or her own life's questions. I have learned to treasure my experiences, own my story, and live my truth. This is 100% joy. It's time for a reality check. Let's talk.
Yes, indeed, your story is your greatest message. So turn your story today into that masterpiece for generations to reckon with. Up next is our general body exercise corner. Get up and let's go. An active body is a healthy and very, very productive body. Okay, welcome back. You know, I love quotes a lot. You know, quotes have this ability to put you back on track. The difference between you refocusing and gaining clarity is actually laden in the next quote you're going to come across. So let's take a look at our quotes for the day. I did tell you earlier that today is World Malaria Day with all emphasis to reimagine, reinvent, and reignite action on how we individually can help to end the menace of malaria. We'll bring you a feature on the United Nations World Malaria Day.
Almost half the world's population, 3.2 billion people, are at risk from malaria. In 2016, there were 216 million cases of malaria, and almost 500,000 people died from malaria. The devastating human and economic costs of malaria are estimated to be at least $12 billion annually. In the United States, more than 1,700 imported cases are diagnosed each year. Thanks to the massive scale-up of malaria prevention and treatment interventions from global partners including CDC, almost 7 million lives have been saved globally since 2001. CDC works hand in hand with ministries of health, partners, and U.S. government agencies to prevent and control malaria through scientific leadership.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, the show will continue.
Eyes for Allah, nothing but Allah. Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah. And Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of paradise.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to your weekly guide, Light of Islam. I am Aisha Ahmed.
As Muslims, we know that in Islam, time is a very good and important commodity that we have.
Believe in the angels of God as one of the 6 articles of faith.
Dharma is a main form rules, and how the rules are made is such that the Imam stands in front and then right behind him.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Light of Islam. Keep watching Light of Islam, NTA channel.
That is for zakah, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need.
Welcome back, and it's so good to know you are still with us today on the program. Well, up next, we will delve into the world of academics. I have with me in the studio my very special guest, who is an educational consultant as well as a phonics teacher. Let's welcome Mrs. Olomu Toby.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome. And she'll help me to discuss the topic, fostering a positive and inclusive classroom environment. Now, ma'am, how would you describe a positive classroom environment?
A positive classroom environment is an environment, or will I say a learning center, okay, that accepts diversity, a classroom environment that understands the needs of the children and able to cater for the needs of these children. It could be physical needs, it could be social needs, it could be emotional needs. And a classroom environment where the children feel safe and happy.
Safe and happy.
Yeah.
Nice. I like how you put it there, safe and happy. It's very important to be happy while you learn, because I think it will boost.
Yeah.
Now, how do you promote social, emotional learning and character development as well?
I love that question, because we are all social agents. Yes. So the children must understand that interactions must be positive in the class. And as a teacher, how would I do that? One, I have to model it to the children. I have to model character, positive characters in my interactions. Even in placement, let me say physical classroom environment, what do you have? What are the rules that you set? Are they positive? You know, there's a way you would write your rules, and then the children understand that, oh, we're trying to imbibe a positive way of talking, interaction with their peers in the class, okay? Or because someone is different, doesn't mean we have to talk down on that person. No, children must understand all these facts, okay? Understand that learning
is in diversity that we learn. Yes, in accepting that this one is different, this one is different. That is where learning becomes a whole in the class. So I must model it as teachers. You must model good character to the children. Let the children have teamwork. So as they talk, interact with themselves, they are also learning in that environment. And yes, we just become like a supervisor. So we are not really bringing down things to them, but we allow them, let them show forth what they have, and then we can now encourage, and we'll see if they're going wrong, we'll see where to bring them back.
These children are indeed very, very different. Now, in trying to harness their strengths, and, try to encourage areas of their weakness as well, how do you ensure, that you use, what strategies do you use, to support these students, especially those with different learning needs and abilities?
The first thing to do there is to, one, know your children. That's what I say. Are you welcoming to your children? If you're welcoming, then the children will be able to, if they have challenges, they'll come to you, and then they're able to talk with you. All right. So they become like your friend. Although we always have discipline, fine. But the children can really rely and trust that you are always there for them. And then, again, we'll talk about understanding. I said, do you know your child? Each of the children in your class, identify them. Then you know where this child is lagging. And then you're able to fill in. For example, someone that has high defects, okay, or is short-sighted. How do you place the child in the class? We have different challenges in the class. We have some children that are hyperactive. We have some children. So it depends on what challenge or what weakness the child has. Then you're able to know how to strategize. Should I place this child in front instead of sitting behind? Will this child learn in this position? Also ensure that all the needs that the children would need while learning, they are in good placement. Organize the class very well. I love collaboration. It's so important in class. Let the children know that their input is needed in the class. So we don't want to be like the old time where the teacher is the only God, the only one speaking in class, and all they do is just to nod. No. Children are a great part of the class. In fact,
interactive.
Yes, really make it an interactive class. There, the children are free to express themselves without fear. Even when they make mistakes. Because in life, do we really grow without mistakes? Until we begin to put ourselves in places of children, we will not treat them like humans. Because every human must make mistakes. So even when the children, yes, in order to grow and in order to learn. Because you notice that in life, when we make mistakes, when we learn from such mistakes, we never do them again. But if we don't allow them to make mistakes, we want them to be perfect. Most times what we see is we just want children to be very, very perfect. But it's not so. It's not so. So teachers must understand that children are individuals. They are humans. And so we allow them to also make mistakes and learn from it.
In trying to foster a wholesome learning environment, I also observe these days that children with special needs and disabilities sometimes are in the same learning environment with those that are wholesome. So what strategies should be employed to make sure nobody is being stigmatized, nobody is being bullied, and the children really know how to tag them along?
Yes. One, I would say, looking at a society.
Because in the past, they used to be separate.
Now, looking at it wholesomely, would you wonder, why do we need to separate those who are physically challenged from, when you are just awesome? Let there be interactions right from when they are young, so that when these people grow, they would not have stigmatization. In our society, we are being stigmatized because they didn't start together. But now that we are having them collaborating in the class, you can see that when they grow, they'll be able to collaborate even in workplaces. Because right from when they are young, they've been collaborating, even in the class. Yes, that acceptance has started right from the class. So when they grow into adulthood, I don't think it will be difficult for them. So in such classes, what should we do? First, we understand, and the teacher tells them to embrace diversity. Children are different. We are created differently, okay? And we do not really have a say on how
they turn out.
How we turn out, okay? So first is to allow the children accept that diversity is just normal, okay? And then because someone is impaired in a particular way, doesn't mean the person is not human. So we should treat everyone as human. Care, love should be modeled, like I said earlier, by the teacher, and then the children see. Because really children don't learn with what you just say, but no, the actions that you do. So they learn through those actions that you are able to also, they will see you, how you treat this person. They would also follow suit. And then that's how learning takes place. And that's how they're able to collaborate, connections, teamwork, bring them together. Bring them together.
Fostering
acceptance. Yes, just foster. And then your love makes the difference in the class. And then you're able to understand that, okay, children learn in different ways. Some are visual learners. Some need to see before they understand. Okay, some auditory learners, they just hear it. And that's why our classroom should not just be, yes, don't make it just one-sided. No. It has to incorporate different kind of learners. The visual learners, auditory learners. Some just want to read and write, okay? And in reading and writing, have you noticed that even some adults, for them to understand what's being taught, they would write and then go read it. Yeah. And then as they're reading it or writing it tends to get into them. So also we have children of different, we have kinesthetic learners. Okay, those ones want to do their hands-on experience. Allow them in the class. So the way I'm teaching my math should be different from A or B. A might just want to see and understand it, while B will want to experience it. Okay, so yes, practically. So all these should be a whole in the class, not the same method.
Thank you so much. We'll take a short break at this point. When we come back, there's a whole lot more into this discussion. Stay with us.
La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
With the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of us. It's another fantastic Friday evening, and you're welcome to NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
First of all, you train yourself, you educate yourself, then you educate your family, and then the community at large.
Fundamentals of Islam Live, showing 7:30 p.m. every Friday on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. Join us.
Welcome back. Good to know you're there. It is still Good Morning Abuja, and we are discussing how to foster positive classroom environment and, of course, enhance learning. And I still have Mrs. Olomu Toby. All right, ma'am, I want you to let us reflect on your experiences so far. As a facilitator, what has been some of your biggest areas of your win-win? What has been some of your biggest strategies that have given you the most results? And what areas would you like to, employ different strategies as well?
Okay, for me, having been in the teaching field for 20-something years,
wow,
yes, I started teaching a long time ago, and I would say I've met children that were not able to read. Reading had been a challenge. And I noticed it was because of the method that was being employed by the teachers. And that's where phonics comes in. Do you know the sounds? Encourage children. I began to teach children sounds of letters using Jolly Phonics. Okay, and so I saw that through understanding what these sounds say, because mostly we read with sounds, like I'm talking now, my sounds are out over there. All right, so let children understand what the sounds are, okay, and then they're able to do the blending using the sounds, okay. Now we have going step by step, it's a whole lot. We have the vowel sounds, we have the consonant sounds, and all this will bring it to the children. With why I love Jolly Phonics is because of the demonstrations, okay? And so if we're saying the children understand that, oh, this is like ants trying to, walk on you, and then you're trying to get them up, so you go All these would make our classes interesting. The classes are interesting, and all I knew was that after a while, these children began to read. Many years ago, I was in a class where only about 2 of them could read. All the rest couldn't read. So that was a challenge for me. I had to ensure that these children could read before leaving the school.
At what age is a child expected to be able to read properly?
Properly, are we saying just... Now, if you're saying properly, I would say from 3 years, it depends, not properly now. From 3 years, 4 years, the children will be able to do some blending.
Your 2-letter words.
Yes. It depends on when they were exposed to the sounds. Okay. So now we're saying, in this day and now, we're saying, don't wait till your child is 5 years old before you start introducing sounds to your children. No, read to them. Read to your children, even babies. Read to them. The more you read to them, you make them become aware that the world is made up of sounds. And so as they grow into it. Ensure that your children are reading. Okay, so from 5 years old, 4 years old, some children who are 4 can blend and read, those little sentences. They are good at it. So we'll say they are reading even at that age. So long as you're able to blend some little words together, it's fine and good.
Let me digress a little.
Okay.
Thank God I have you today. So some children have this faulty foundation. Some teachers just make you cram all the pages.
Thank you.
And then when you get to the nitty-gritty of show me this word, they can't identify this, but they can actually cram the whole
thing.
But they don't know the actual words.
Yes, that's rhetorical learning. Yes, that's rhetorical learning. And so we discourage that in this century.
Okay.
We discourage it. And that's why we also train. I train teachers. Okay, you, the teacher.
I think it's a very faulty way of
Yes, very, very faulty. Yes, very faulty, because now you think the child is reading, but point at something. The child is not able to even say the sound so that's why we just say, just sit the sounds. So when the child says a word, it doesn't have to be the word you've taught the child. No, the child just remembers the sounds. They just come in, and then the child begins to sing and even if the child has not been taught. That's what we're saying. Don't start with the letter names, but start with the words sounds first. Okay? So start with the sounds, don't start with letter names. Because we've noticed that as the children grow, of course they will see the letters. A, B, C. But when we read, we have places where we use the names, okay? For example, I say ape. So when I'm saying ape, you understand that the A there, but it has a silent E behind it. We have a way where we teach all these things. But the first thing is to start with the sounds. Yes, with the sounds.
Very much. I'm learning. Now, how do you handle feedback mechanisms from the students, from your colleagues, from parents?
Yes, feedback is very important for you to know if you're making progress. So you have to put mechanisms in place where you can get feedback. It could be through different platforms that you run in the school, okay? It could be even with the children, from your class. You'll be able to know if what you're doing is if you're making progress or not. If you're teaching a child for a whole term, the child cannot still read.
Would you use data for this? Would you use data?
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. You could write out some questions. Let's see if there could be different ways. Maybe, yes, they could take strongly agreed, all those kind of research work and all that, and then send it back to you. It could be done through the internet or whatever. Yeah.
Finally, before I let you go, what will be your word to your fellow educators in this century?
Okay, now I would want to encourage my fellow educators in this century to embrace diversity and show a lot of care and love. Children come with different baggage from the home. We don't know what's happening at the home end, and that's why we are in the classroom, we must make sure we show love. The first thing is to love. Show children a lot of love, and I tell you, they will learn. Show love and they would learn. And we have to keep learning. Remember, you have to unlearn those things that you've known before that are not working now, and relearn those ones you have learned before that you've forgotten. All right, thank you.
I have to thank you so much for being in the oldest and most noble profession of teaching.
You.
Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
It was great having you.
Same here. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. I've been discussing with Mrs. Olomu Toby, an educationist and a phonics teacher. I learned a whole lot, and I hope I can say the same thing for you too. We'll take another short break. When we come back, the show will continue.
Eyes for Allah, nothing but Allah. Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah. And Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of
Assalamu
paradise.
alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to your weekly guide, Light of Islam. I am Aisha Ahmed.
As Muslims, we know that in Islam, time is a very good and important commodity that we have.
Believe in the angels of God as one of the 6 articles of faith.
Sama is made in form rows, and how the rows are made is such that the Imam stands in front, and then right behind him.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Light of Islam. Keep watching Light of Islam, NTA channel.
That is for zakah, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need.
Welcome back. Well, up next is a very insightful and I'm hoping interesting discussion into the world of photography, the beautiful artistic world of photography. And I've been joined by my guests who will help me to explore the diverse techniques and mechanisms into achieving that perfect photography. He will be educating us on this and a whole lot more. Let's meet and welcome Mr. Akinte Fobo. Say, meet up by Joseph. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Good to have you too.
All right. Start by telling me what inspired you to take up what made you go into the world of photography?
Into the world of photography. Thank you so much. Actually, while I was growing up, I used to admire work of art a lot. Okay. So then as time goes on, I started finding myself in camera, playing with cameras and so on. So back then, then we use analog cameras, so we use films and all of those things. So I have few idea about how the films are being developed, and so that's how I got drawn to photography. Then as time goes on, with the few friends I have too, so I see them handling cameras, and I was like, that was very astonishing. So before you know, I find myself in the field, and to be sincere with you, I am so much in it that I eat and breathe photography.
Interesting. You're very passionate about it.
Very, very much passionate.
What are some of your techniques? Some still photos, you just see them and they look so artificial. What do you do to make sure that your client gives you a very natural and stunning pose? How do you achieve that?
Okay. See, being a photographer, it's one thing, and then being good at what you do is different thing. I know your ability to make your people like feel relaxed with you first. You get. So at times, there are some customers that are really very, very stiff, in terms of photography. And you just have to first of all introduce yourself as a friend first, to make them relax. You compliment them to make them know, oh, okay, this person is welcoming. So, in terms of getting a good photograph, you see, at times your client might tell you, this is what I need, this is what I want. But being as a professional photographer, if you so much in tune with what they want, at times they see themselves like they are the one taking charge of the shoot. You understand? So at times, you taking charge of that shoot, that is what makes you the professional. So now you can say, okay, this is what you want, fine, great, but I have something better. You get. So by the process of doing that, before you achieve a better thing, and they won't praise you more for what you do.
Interesting. Because of the nature of my job and other things that I do a lot of photo shoots all the time from time to time, and the very many models that I work for. How to, the way a photographer captures one is very important. Some people will call it photo angle, my best photo angle.
Yes.
What are your techniques? How do you compose that perfect photo angle so that you capture the elements in their best looking angle?
Okay, great. You see, at times, if that's why, as a photographer, you need to make more research. You understand? Go deep down into the field, because now me seeing you sitting here now with the kind of dress you wear, I already know what I can do with your dress, the kind of background that will fit your dress, the kind of posture that I know that we match what you're actually wearing. So you see, at times some people, some clients tell you, I prefer this angle more than
I look finer from my left.
From my
I look
left,
finer
or
from my right.
from my right. Great, thank you. So all those things are part of what you discuss with them before the shoot, so that you know where and how to focus. And as a photographer too, you should know the angles. You understand? By the postures, you should know the angles, that what this angle will give you and what this angle might just be the glitch.
Okay, so that makes you, when you're on your lens, you can actually go focus right, turn left,
Exactly.
a little bit to the left, and all of that.
Then even you yourself, as a photographer, you need to move.
Oh.
Yes, is either you go to that angle, you take from this angle, you go to this other angle, you take from this angle, and sometimes you have to go down.
You take
from you look down. So
some photographers make a lot of very funny movements in the bid to get pictures, but then when they come out, you see beautiful results. All right. Now, how do you balance the need for creative editing? Some people do this and they over edit. How do you balance it, with the importance of maintaining the integrity of an original image?
Yes, thank you so much. Being a photographer is one, and being an editor is another ball game. At times there are some error you commit during the shoots, but it is during the editing you perfect them. And with the kind of camera that is being produced these days, it makes the work easy for you, especially editing, because some camera already done the justice. Sure, you get. So it's just the editing now that will just perfect it for you. So now at times, some clients want over edited pictures. Like, they don't want to see their pores, they don't want to see the textures, they just want everything gone. And while some clients prefer their natural looks. So all those things are part of the communications you need to have with your clients. And like I said, editing is different in on and we can have same image but have different outputs. It depends on your technique. You understand? Because the technique I use might not be the technique you use.
Speaking about technology, photography has evolved over the years.
Yes.
The way it was 20 or 10 years ago is not the way it is now. How has technology influenced your line of business?
Okay, thank you. And you see, to remain in this gig, you need constant upgrade. You need to upgrade your skills. You get, because now I think back then you can get a camera for roughly like $1 million.
A what?
$1 million or
camera?
less. Yes, camera.
Oh, really?
But now, if you really need a very professional camera, we are talking about 4 to 5 million.
Wow.
Yes.
Still photography.
Yeah, still photography.
Wow.
Yes. So you see, and at times I see people want to juxtapose phone camera with normal photography camera. The difference is very, very clear. You get the difference is very clear, because the same guys that made the photo and the still camera, they are still the one that make the phone camera. So you see, at times there are some cameras that just give you that natural feel. You understand? They just balance the image for you. So all what you just do on your editing is just to adjust some few lightening. Maybe there are some little pulses on the face you need to take off. That's it. So the technology has actually affected photography positively. Positively. Wow. It makes all those long efforts. They combine everything in one. So it makes everything
beautiful.
Perfect.
There are thousands of photographers out there, and more are still going to emerge.
More are still coming.
So what makes you different and unique? How do you stand out? And what do you do to make sure you stay updated in this business?
Okay. Photography is different, and photography as a business is still another different thing. Okay. So you see, photography as a business, number one, you have to be up to date. And number two, your gadgets, your gadgets, you have to make sure you constantly upgrade your gadgets too. Do you understand? So now, even if thousands of photographers confluence here right now, you cannot get the same person. You cannot get two the same person. Okay. So what makes me unique in my field is, one, I communicate with my customer first. It's not all about you book me for a job, then I'm coming. I have to know, what do you want? What kind of photography do you want? Okay, what kind of event do you want the photography for? Is it do you want to use it for a billboard? You want to use for an advert? Do you want to? So you have to know first, so that to make you to think out, because you have to think loud, which is you have to first of all draw out the plan. You need to sketch. Like at times I do sketching a lot.
Okay.
Yes. So because you need a specific kind of background that will fit the image. So me, I just don't take pictures. I see through my lens, and if I say, okay, this thing will not be perfect, before I take the shot, I make my adjustments. So you see, photography as a business is very tasking too, but sincerely speaking, it is very lovely.
I know that another thing that can affect the outcome of a photograph is probably the location. How would you advise or source for locations? What is that great difference between an outdoor photography and an indoor one?
Photography, okay. The difference is, to some people, they prefer indoor photography, which is studio. Yeah, like they are very good at that. And some people prefer outdoor photography. One thing about outdoor photography is everything is just in nature. The sunlight on itself, it's a plus for you. You understand? So as you shoot, you see what you get. You understand? You don't have to say you want to manipulate your backdrop, because sometimes in the studio we manipulate backdrops. You have to know, okay, if this chair is here, what can I put behind this chair to make it more professional? Okay, is it office settings that I need? You understand? Or is it like a studio settings I need? Then you know how to decorate the background. But if you're talking about outdoor photography, everything is just there for you. So all what you just do is you set your camera, you take your shots, and you do your editing.
How do you handle customer relation, customer satisfaction? Because there are diverse customers with different characters. How do you handle them?
See, customers relation is one thing. To satisfy them is different thing. You understand? With my few years in the field, I have get to understand that customers, most times you just need patience with them. You get, and at times there are some customers that you already send them their job and they were like, wow, this pictures is great. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Then they might call you later in the evening. Say, these pictures, I don't understand. I don't like them. You get. So at times, anytime I hear such a feedback, then I'll kind of become listening to them first. Then I'll not say, okay, fine. Which of your friends have you shown this picture to? You say, my friends are saying that the pictures are not nice. At times, the friend might kind of be jealous based on they cannot afford you and you were able to afford this person. So they just look for what is not in the picture and just make you feel bad, like you are not good enough for this picture. So, and at times, at times you just see some customer might just say, these pictures are so bad. It's not like the pictures are so bad. At times, I just calm down. Okay, calm down. What do you want? What is not in the picture? What are you looking at? The person might like, my neck is kind of a bit dark. But your neck is dark. You cannot condemn your job. Just say, okay, my neck is dark. Please, can you brighten it a bit? It's just as like that. So, you just have to be patient and like that to do
it. On our side. I wish we could go on. But quickly, in 1 second, what is your advice to those who would want to go into the world of photography as a business?
Okay.
Very quickly.
My advice for you is that if you want to go into the world of photography, be good at what you do. And if you are aspiring to open a studio, to have a photography studio, I will tell you, even if you have your resources and you are not into the field, I will advise you to pick up a training, because at times you being in the business, you hire people, the people can just leave you overnight. And that render your business useless. So I will advise even the aspiring photographers, upgrade yourself, learn new skills, in terms of the photography. I think that would be what will help.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. All right, what more can I say? I think personally that the world of photography is very fun and exciting. So if you've got the flair for it, go for it today. We'll take another short break. The show will continue in a bit. Stay with us.
Hello friends, welcome to Kiddie Zone. My name is Omarade with Erse. Here with me is
Oguntayo and Kwasi Justina, and today we have many fun things in store for you.
I had so much fun and I hope you had fun.
Exactly, it was exciting, especially when I saw the lion, orchids, and buffaloes.
Welcome back. So good it is Good Morning Abuja. Of course, the World Malaria Day edition and the weekend edition. Up next is our comedy skit titled Compound Matter. Take it away.
Oh, my friend, my husband, they call me. Hey. Hello, Daddy Oshuke. Daddy Oshuke, yes?
I beg you, I want to tell you something.
Okay, dear. What's it?
A young one, yeah, where sharply carry for us, I want to get.
Which?
Like 30 years.
Who be the picking? Hello?
What am I hearing?
Wait.
Mama, she get. Good afternoon.
Sharp. How you doing now?
They fine.
Good afternoon, Jara. How you doing?
Fine. See the girl landlord say my carry come house for you, ma come leave out when she freshen up it, saying they come.
Which girl? Oh, yeah, you be the age, you know. If what is good about the afternoon, if I slap you and you go back from where you come from, you dey craze. Come on. Who dey agree good afternoon, ma? Do I look like your mother? I resemble your mama. To see me like this, check me. I look like your mama. Come on. Hey, language, say here. If I join my hand together, see, I go make your face long like this. What can shake you? Same feed them. Una make it. Wanna see me, oh neighbor? Neighbors wanna come. People wanna come home. My chicken husband. What? My chicken husband come out and help me. They don't bring that thing. What is it again? That's my chicken. My husband get mine, they call me, they say 13 years old girl. I should take care of the girl. I think they come when he come in, go explain. He say sharp to bring the girl to me. That I'm picking when he get outside. 13 good years.
What is about this man?
We could not see the package, oh. Where the package for me, oh.
Is that why you are crying, Lala?
Why was I crying? I was not cheating on me.
Sorry.
Oh, now this small girl now they pick you.
Oh, this innocent girl. Hey. As long as they even blame self. Men nowadays self, they don't even stay one place self.
Hey, my friend, we need to call for protest in this matter because landlord is getting too much. Haba, one light and light, when Abuja is a hacker. Haba.
Protest?
Yes, we need to call for protest. My friend, just calm down.
Are you in for the protest?
I'm in, no. My sister, I am fully in. Like, thank God I no accept. You know, see that landlord don't they check me?
Like, seriously?
Babe, my 2 leg and 2 hand is in. That man.
So landlord be done the check you?
Yes, so.
That landlord, ba? Okay. In fact, I go join that protest. That landlord, you don't too much. We go join that protest. I go join you. I'm in. I'm in, no. Me, I join you. Oh yeah, let's go. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. Cheating husband, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. Cheating husband, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. Cheating husband, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. No sense for you like this, oh. Cheating husband, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree.
Who should we make that sound?
Come and make noise that.
Come on.
There you have it. And did I remind you that good laughter is medicine for the body? Well, now you know better. Up next is our movie trailer for the weekend. You know, it's the weekend and a perfect time to just relax, put your feet up, and grab some movie time. What are the movies to watch out for?
Joseph who they talk to make I hear. Joseph.
I will not allow you to embark on this journey. This is a suicide mission, Joe.
I know the in and out of that house. I can go in there and come out without being noticed.
Imagine after serving her for the past 7 years, you just want to push him away like that?
I should settle a boy that has been stealing my money. This idiot here rented a house for a girl with my money.
Adobe is very wicked. She will kill you.
Nobody can kill me. You think I'm a child? You think I move alone?
Let him return all the money he stole from Adobe.
I will prove to him now in the jungle where lion exists. He cannot take orders from the antelope.
My name is Joseph Olisa. Isimilija for one. for TK Kingdom.
There is a hand on the wall writing, Mene, Mene, take care of Paris.
You will die and I don't want you to die.
Mama, I will not die. I am doing this for my people. They are suffering because of me. I need to fight for them.
Hey, are you single? I'm a matchmaker. Give me a call if you want to meet somebody.
I deserve someone who fulfills all of my criteria.
Nothing over 20 BMI.
I don't want someone who likes cats.
I'm trying to settle. I promise you're going to marry the love of your life.
How many marriages are you responsible for now, Lucy?
9. If the girl asks for a tall drink of water with a salary over 500 grand,
Always Mr. Right.
you deliver.
You're the matchmaker. You want a drink?
Sure. Coke and beer.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, John.
Definitely didn't expect to run into you tonight.
I missed you.
Yeah, you don't even remember my face.
Lucy M., the Eternal Bachelorette.
You can do better than me.
My instincts are usually right. Hi.
Wow. You know how to do the math, don't you? You are what we call a unicorn. An impossible fantasy. How much is this apartment?
12 million.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
He escaped.
He is trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one. What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
A shooting star! I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
What the hell?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Yeah.
Down from there!
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing? No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Okay, so the rains are upon us already, but we don't really know what the weather will be like for the day. Let's bring you a weather forecast. Oh, I hate to go. I wish I could stay on and on and on with you, but it is a wrap on the show for this morning. I hope you had an exciting time watching and learning from us today. We look forward to being with you again really, really soon. Don't forget that, of course, today is World Malaria Day. So while you're at it, I'm sure there's something that you can do to end and mitigate the scourge of malaria in your own little corner. You can start by cleaning out the gutters and surroundings around you. I think that should be a good one to start with. Well, what more can I say? Join us again on Monday, bright and early, on NTA Abuja for another exciting time on the show. My name is Nneka Igwe. Have yourselves a very, very wonderful and restful weekend. See you again soon. For now, be blessed.
I